Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah if you are new here, and I started this channel to document my journey becoming a single mother by choice by going through IVF. After getting diagnosed with endometrial cancer and PCOS, I am now cancer-free. But if any of those topics appeal to you at all, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to get updated anytime I upload new videos. So today I am 18 weeks, 2 days pregnant with my first baby, and this is my 17 and 18 week bump date. So what would one of my bump dates be without me starting off by saying still having crazy dreams every single night? That's, I think, just not going to change, especially according to all of your comments on my last video who have, you guys have all experienced the same thing. I'm still in the 17th week. I was still tired, throwing up a lot still. And the first night of my 17th week, I finally caved, and I have a friend who had some leftover Bongesta, which is a prescription specifically for morning sickness or all-day sickness, totally safe during pregnancy. It's basically a time-released version of like Unisom and B6. So it's similar to like the other prescriptions that you can get to help with nausea, but you only have to take one pill a night, and it's time released over 24 hours. So it's different than the other pills. I think those you have to take like more often. So I thought I would give it a try because I was still throwing up, and I just kept thinking that now that I'm well into my second trimester, I would stop feeling nauseous and tired, because everybody talks about this magical second trimester, and I'm here to tell you that just because you hit, that 13th week of pregnancy doesn't mean you're gonna, I sure hope you do all of a sudden hit that wonderful like burst of energy and no nausea. It seems like everybody talks about that, and that's what people expect, but it seems like the more people I talk to, the more common it does seem to me that sometimes this nausea and exhaustion does last sometimes the whole entire pregnancy, or sometimes well into the second trimester. So on Bongesta, the first night I took it, I slept, because I took it on a Saturday. It was like, I was 17 weeks, 1 day pregnant when I took the first pill, and I slept, I didn't have anything going on that next day on Sunday, so I didn't have my alarm set or anything. Actually, I did have something going on that next day, and my alarm went off at like 10:30, I think, because I had to get ready. I had a graduation party to go to, but I went to bed at like 10 or so. So my alarm went off at 10:30, and I could have kept sleeping. Who knows how long I could have kept sleeping, like the whole day? I don't know. I was so tired, and I'm so thankful Lily slept with me on the bed the entire time. She didn't wake up at all. So, so bottom line, Bongesta made me really, really tired. However, I noticed I was not nauseous that next day at all. That day, I took it for 5 days. So the first 3 days, I was not nauseous at all, but I was exhausted. So like the level of exhaustion that I was already feeling, which was the most exhausted I've ever been in my life, just being pregnant, it was that times 10. I was so beyond tired, and it was like, I don't know if this is worth it, but the nausea was gone. So I was like, well, I'm gonna stick with it and see if like maybe my exhaustion would get better. So by the third day on Bongesta, I threw up So the nausea kind of came back and the exhaustion was still there. So at this point I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna keep going with this. I ended up taking it 5 days, and by the 5th day, since my nausea was back and I was super, super tired, I decided to stop taking it. So that was my experience with Bongesta. I don't know if I should have given it longer, but I just hated how tired I was. So I also, in the 17th week, started drinking red raspberry leaf tea. I read an article, there is a woman on here on YouTube, I think she's known as like Mama Natural or something, but I read an article that she wrote about red raspberry leaf tea and how if you start drinking it in the 2nd trimester, just like a cup a day, it starts like training your uterus and like gets it ready for labor, and it is apparently supposed to shorten your labor if you drink it throughout your 2nd and 3rd trimester. And then closer to your due date, you start drinking more cups per day and like stronger concentrations of it. So I'm going to keep that up. I think I've only missed, in the last 2 weeks, I think I've only missed maybe a couple days of drinking it, but almost every single day I've been drinking 1 cup. And I don't mind the taste of it. I mean, I'm not a huge tea drinker. It just tastes like normal tea to me. It doesn't taste like raspberries or anything like that. So then also in the 17th week, I made note that my ab muscles felt like they constantly felt like I had done a really tough ab workout. And they're still like that to this day. And I'm attributing that to the fact that maybe because they're stretching. I really hope I don't get that, what's it called, diastasis recti or something like that. I'm probably butchering that, but you probably know what I'm talking about, where your ab muscles pull apart. I know that can happen, and I know I could get that. I hope I don't. In the 18th week, still having crazy dreams, of course. I noticed so I stopped taking the Bongesta the week before, and I wrote down in my 18th week I was maybe not as tired, but that could just be because the Bongesta was out of my system and I was back to the level of exhaustion that I was before, but that felt so much better because I was still tired, but just not as tired. The nausea seemed in the 18th week to be even worse than it's ever been. At the beginning of the week, I threw up 4 times on Saturdays when I was 17 weeks one day. Is that right? Yeah. So I had a midwife appointment the day before, and she prescribed Pepcid, even though I don't think I've been experiencing heartburn, but she said that it could help with the nausea. So I'm trying that. I've been taking that for a little over a week now. I don't know if it's helping with the nausea because I don't know. I feel like it's getting a little bit better, but I still have thrown up quite a few times this past week. But I feel like my nausea is like really concentrated to the morning and the evening and not really in the middle of the day. I really just have to make sure I eat regularly, because if I go several hours without eating, it's just not, I throw up. So I think I feel him moving, but it's just so like, it feels so much like just food digesting that I don't catch it all the time. But then like when I think about it and I'm like, oh, that's way down there, and I know my intestines are like up here, so that has to be him. I just feel like it'll feel like just like a little bubble or like a little movement. And when I was at my midwife appointment and she used the Doppler to listen to his heartbeat, and I think it was 140, she said that he kicked her. So I thought that was cute. And let's see. So also this past week was a big week for me with finally feeling like I'm making some progress with preparation for this baby. I ordered most of the nursery furniture. I still want to get a bookshelf, but I ordered the crib, and I got a toddler. It's like a 4-in-1 crib, so I got the toddler and full bed conversion kits. So as long as he is cool with this bed, which I feel like when it's a full bed, it looks pretty, you know, masculine and nice. Like hopefully he'll be okay with that till college. So I feel like I'm all set there. Just have to get him a new mattress, obviously. And I got like an oversized dresser with a changing table topper thing that just comes off when you're done using it as a changing table. And I got 2 nightstands. I feel like I'll use one for like a little like side table next to the glider. I did get a glider, rocking chair, swivel chair thing. And then the other one I'm planning on putting in his closet for a while, like just for some extra like storage and like to prop things up. And then once he transitions to his full bed, we'll have 2 matching nightstands. And I think that's it. I think that's all I got. And my mom generously got all of the bedroom or the nursery furniture for me. I'm so grateful. We got some, you know, good quality things from Pottery Barn, and it was not cheap, and I'm just so grateful because I wouldn't have been able to afford it on my own at all. So I feel good about that. That all is supposed to arrive sometime in August. So I will show you guys when I start getting the nursery together. I currently have a queen size bed in there now. It was my old queen size bed that I used like for a really, really long time. And it's just in the guest room now, which is going to be the nursery, but I did sell that. So someone is going to be coming to pick that up, hopefully before all my nursery furniture arrives in the beginning of August. And I decided I'm not going to paint in there at all. My whole house is gray. I'm a very big gray person, gray, white. I like plain things. I don't have, as you can tell, I don't have a lot of like knickknacks or things on the walls or anything like that. So I'm assuming his nursery is going to be the same. People keep asking me if I'm going to have a theme, like what's the theme to my nursery. That's just not me. It's going to be gray and white and neutral. Maybe I'll try to like add pops of color. Like I have pops of color, like in my living room, I have some like teal and green. That's like the extent of my color. So, and then I booked my maternity and newborn photo shoots. My mom is throwing my baby shower. She booked the shower. We ordered the invitations. And we're gonna be working on wrapping up my registry. I have put a lot into my registry already, but I just feel like it's not even close to done yet, and I feel like I need to like scrub it, and like I'm trying not to stress out because this should be like a really, really fun thing, but it's like every single thing I put on my registry, I research in depth and I make sure I'm picking like the right thing and the best thing. And so once my registry is done and I know everything that I want to get for this baby, I think I'm going to feel a big weight off of my shoulders. So I will wrap up this video now. This is a long one. Here is my 18-week bump shot. I hope you guys are doing well, and those of you who are still trying to conceive, I'm sending you so much baby dust and positive vibes, and I hope that you all get your baby very soon. Those of you who are moms and have your babies, thank you so much for all of your advice that you always give me, and I really appreciate all of you and all of your comments. You're always so sweet. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.